Hey, welcome to Apostolic Praise 103. This is Lesson 2. And in Lesson 1, we went over some of the shortcuts and the formal ways to play ninths chords, including the major ninths, dominant ninths, and the minor ninths. And in this lesson, we're actually going to go over a lot of exercise songs and actually learn some songs that have these chords in there, and also just do a quick review using another exercise song on how we can substitute these chords and where we can substitute these chords in songs. Okay, so let's first of all go over the exercise songs. The first one is for the dominant ninths. If you want to turn to the correct page in your lesson 2 in your curriculum, or the lesson that's been emailed to you. And let's go ahead and play that song number 1 with the dominant ninths. Okay, pretty easy, right? Now let's go over another exercise song using the dominant ninths as well. This is a very common progression. It's the 1, 6, 2, 5 progression, and then it ends on the 1 chord. Okay, this one's made up of all ninths. Okay, fantastic. Now let's run over the exercise song for the minor ninths. Okay, exercise song number 3. Okay, and last, let's go over the exercise song 4 for the major ninths. Okay, so that's the exercise song for all of the ninths. I would really recommend going through and learning all of the inversions for these chords as well. They're listed on the right side of the page in your curriculum on lesson 2, and I would really recommend going through and just playing all of those to make sure you've got them all. As we went over in lesson 1, the formal way and the shortcut way are the two most common ways that we play the ninths. And as you saw in a couple of these songs, we used both. We interchanged them on song number 2 on the D9, and in song number 3 on the D minor 9, we changed it up the first time we played the formal one. I'm sorry, the shortcut one, and the second time we played the formal one. So go through and make sure you know all of these different inversions, all 4 different inversions for these chords, especially the formal one and the shortcut one. So, alrighty, we'll see you back here in just a minute to go over the substitutions on these songs and also some cool church songs we play with these chords as well. So see you back in just a minute. Okay, so now we're going to go over some songs using these chords, these 9 chords, and the first one is going to be an old song called "There Is No Telling What God Will Do If You Believe." Very old song we've sang for a long time. If you don't know it, you can listen to the CD and kind of get the feel of it, or the track that's been provided in your lesson. Or you can also look it up on YouTube and probably find somebody singing it. There's so many different variations. I hope you find one that's similar to the way we're doing it here. If not, just take this song as a practice song if you've never heard it and can't find it anywhere, and hopefully it will help you. Okay, so that's There's No Telling. You could also end it on a C9, give it that jazzy sound. A lot of different things you can do. Of course, you see me, I tell you not to use lead sheets, and you see me here cheating, looking at my phone, which has the chords on there. I just want to make sure I play it exactly like it's written in the book, and I'm not changing a lot of stuff up where it's confusing. So I don't like using lead sheets, but I'm doing it to help you guys that are watching here. So let's go ahead and go over song number 2, which is In the Presence of Jehovah, and this one's going to use some minor ninths as well as some major ninths. You'll notice on the E minor 7, we don't change the minor 7 into a ninth. On the 3 chord, it usually does not sound as good as it does on the other minor chords to change it into a minor ninth, and that's the reason in this song we don't do it. I don't care for the way it sounds, although sometimes, depending on the song, I'll use a minor ninth in the 3 chord. All right. Okay, so that's In the Presence of Jehovah, and hopefully be able to take some time to learn maybe some of the tricks and fills we did on the second version of that, and also go ahead and play it learning using the ninths. I just threw in the second run there for you more advanced people that might be getting a little bit bored here if you already know the ninth. So, okay, I'll be back in just a minute to go over the rest of the lesson. Okay, so let's go over some substitution rules for dominant ninths, major ninths, and minor ninths. I'm just going to kind of go over this very quickly because if you've already gotten the gist of doing substitution chords for 7th chords, then you've already got it for 9th chords, because anywhere you can substitute a dominant 7th, you can substitute a dominant 9th. Anywhere you can substitute a minor 7th, you can do minor 9th. Anywhere you can substitute major 7th, you can substitute a major 9th. So if you already know those, which we've already taught you in the past few courses, then you already have gotten how to substitute 9th chords down as well. But we're going to run over that very quickly here for you. So we have an exercise song. If you look in your lesson, in your curriculum, it goes C, C, F, C, A minor, D, G, G, C. Okay, so where can we substitute some dominant ninths in this song? Same place we can do dominant 7ths, right? We can do it on the C right before the F. Okay, we can do it on the D. Okay, because we're about to go to G. 2 to 5 is another place we can use 7ths or 9ths. Anytime there's that 4th movement, which D to G, G is the 4 of D. Anytime there's that 4th movement, we can do that. So we can change the D9, the D into a D9. We can also change the second G into a G9 because we're about to go back to the 1 chord. Okay, so anytime 1 to 4, 2 to 5, or 5 to 1, or anytime we have that 4th movement, we can make it a dominant ninth. Okay, That's just it very quickly. Also, the minor ninths, once again, pretty much anywhere you can use a minor seventh, you can use a minor ninth. The one exception, as we already went over, is the 3. So the 3 chord, I particularly don't care for the sound of the minor ninth on that in most songs, in most places. Sometimes I do, every once in a while. But if you look at the example song, which is basically, I think, the chords for Surround Me, it's C, E minor, F, G, C, E minor, F, G, C, E minor, F, A minor, D minor, G, C. So we can substitute a minor ninth on the A minor or on the D minor in this key of C here. On the E minor, you can do an E minor 7th, but the E minor 9 is not going to sound all that great because it has that weird F sharp note in there, which is out of the key of C. It sounds a little bit funky there. Some people like the sound of that. I don't care for it myself, most of the time, as I've already said. Okay, so you can change the A minor to A minor 9. You can change the D minor to a D minor 9 as well, the exercise song in your lesson. Okay, like I said, we're going to go through this very quickly. Same thing for the major ninths. If you look at the same chords for the key of C, Surround Me, O Lord, you can use a major ninth pretty much on your 1 chord and your 4 chord in a slow song. And that's basically what it boils down to. Same rule as for a major 7th. So in that same chord progression, change that first plain C to a C major 9. Okay, change the F to an F major 9. And those are pretty much the only 2 chords you can do it on in the song. They have to be major chords for you to change them to a major ninth. You can't do it on a G chord, which is the only major chord in that song that we don't use a major ninth on, because it's your 5 chord. Okay, most of the time, 99% of the time, you're not going to use a major ninth on your 5 chord. Like I said, there's always that exception to the rule, so every once in a while, you may see that. But most of the time, you're not going to do that. So anyways, those are the substitution rules for the dominant ninths, the minor ninths, and the major ninths. Hopefully that was helpful for you, even though we went through it very quickly, because like I said, it's the same rules as apply for the 7ths, and I don't want to be too repetitive here in these lessons. So, all right, great. Well, hopefully you're enjoying these, and we'll see you here again in lesson 3. Go through and practice all of the goals that we've given for you. Practice the songs with the tracks we provided that have the full band, which will give you the in-church experience. And also be sure to go through and do your quiz and have it filled in as soon as you can. So great. We'll see you again in lesson 3. God bless.